Well, it's about time.
2021 has come to a close, so it's time yet again to collect all of the media that was publicly shown for Operation Black Mesa and Guard Duty and cram it all into one video. If you're discovering the project for the first time, I would kindly like to ask you to please look over our list of frequently asked questions, since we do get a ton of repetitive questions asked on a regular basis for very common topics. You can find our FAQ on the Tripmas Discord server, but if you don't have Discord or maybe you just don't want to join the server, you can also find the FAQ on the Steam store page discussions thread. Both of those are linked in the video description below. Another quick disclaimer is that all the media shown here is merely the media that was chosen to be publicly shown, and it is in no way representative of development progress or the overall state of the game. Everything shown is subject to change, and oftentimes much of the media is often outdated within a matter of days, sometimes sooner after it is debuted to the public. All media shown in this video can be found linked individually in the description below if you'd like to view any of it in full without my commentary. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get into the media. First up for 2021 was the Biodome Showcase video that used a cinematic narrative to present overhauled locations within the Biodome complex, as well as various NPCs, Zen biomass growths, and also a big reveal of a scientist character model. Now this is a pretty long video, so I'm going to trim it down to size to just show you the more interesting aspects of it. But as always, if you want to watch the entire video, you can head over to the official Tripmas Studios YouTube channel.
As our colleague here kindly informed us, one of the more recent discoveries we have uncovered on our travels beyond the portal have been these creatures on screen. Despite its frail-looking stature, they have proven to be quite aggressive in their temperament. But with alien life forms come alien problems. Here is an example of what was bound to happen once Zenian growths were left to their own devices without proper containment. A fascinating discovery. We have some of our finest studying the effects of this growth closely. Fear not. We have this whole situation adequately contained and in our control.
What was that?
Nothing, I believe, that will affect us in this meeting. Let us continue.
Next up is a short video that was posted in a developer blog, which demonstrates the new AI tech that allows level designers to generate small to large swarms or pools of fish and aquatic Zen creatures, which also react to sound stimuli and also have a surprisingly low impact on game performance. If you've been lurking in the Tripmas Discord server, then you might have seen this next little video that showed a little bit of work on the weapon animations. Now granted, the animations shown in this video are already very outdated. The 20th anniversary of Blue Shift occurred in June, and there was no way we were going to let that date go to waste. We dropped a huge media release for the occasion, which showcased new music by our composer Lano, some work on character art in the form of an early look at the HECU, and security guard base models, which are showcased using the new in-game deferred lighting system and PBR shaders that our programmers have been hard at work creating. well as other graphical enhancements such as lens flares, volumetric lighting, volume fog, and a very early implementation of screen space reflections. Rest assured that all of these new graphical features have been drastically improved and expanded upon since the time of this media release, so the game is looking better than ever. To wrap up the anniversary update, we also showed off in-game screenshots of the retro health charger for the later chapters of Guard Duty and a portable field unit for recharging PCVs, in addition to a few short videos giving a preview of 3 various areas found in Guard Duty. A couple months later, we surprised our Discord members with a quick look at some cool new tech our programmer Sears has been cooking up that allows any light source to realistically light your view models and cast self-shadows based on the position of the nearest light sources. Now, once Halloween rolled around, we were a little bit late with the Halloween update, but we managed to drop it on November 1st to showcase a little bit of work-in-progress level design as well as some voice acting.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States Department of Defense. This is not a test. As of 3:38 p.m. Mountain Time, the civil danger warning has been extended to include the following counties or areas: Arizona, Colorado, Utah, Texas, Nevada, California, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska. Until the United States Aviation Administration is able to identify the unknown aircraft, all civilian air traffic within the airspace of these counties or areas has been temporarily halted. All civilian air traffic within the airspace of these counties or areas have been ordered to land at the closest available airport. No civilian aircraft is allowed to take off within these counties or areas until further notice. The United States Air Force have mobilized to monitor the movements of the unknown aircraft reported. At the time of this broadcast, the United States Air Force will not be taking offensive action against the unknown aircraft. If you are indoors, stay indoors, turn off all lights, and stay as close to ground level as possible. Civilians without access to indoor shelter should report to the nearest police department, fire department, hospital, library, community center, or other public access building. Follow the advice and guidance of local law enforcement. Do not exit your shelter until an all clear is issued. If using a battery-powered radio to listen to these broadcasts, keep spare batteries nearby. Leave your device on to continue receiving updates as the situation evolves. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further information. This message will repeat.
The final media showcase for the year came in the form of our Tripmas event. On day 1, we showcased some in-game animations for our HECU models. Day 2 was a concept for a Lambda Sector crystal holder. Day 3 displayed some fun you can have with packing peanuts, which now fill many of our boxes. It's also worth mentioning that yes, as seen here, the crowbar is still in the game, in the form of a multiplayer weapon. It can also be obtained using console commands. Day 4 is an in-game screenshot of yet another whiteboard with various notes scribbled by the science team. Day 5 dropped a conceptual track for music themes that you might encounter during Calhoun's journey in guard duty. Day 6 was a big reveal of the new Vortigaunt model in the form of an external render. The new design aims to be a mix between the Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, and Half-Life Alyx Vortigaunt models, with a bit more emphasis towards the Half-Life 1 design. Day 7 presented a render of a large modular scaffolding set for our level designers to make use of in various environments. Day 8 demonstrated a bit of fun that we've been having with some small details, such as converting some of our office chairs into ragdolls that better behave a bit more like you'd expect in real life. Day 9 showed a render of an autopsy table used to cut open and examine Xenian creatures brought back from the border world. Day 10 was a short video demonstrating the huge difference the new virtual lighting system has on the player's hands and weapon. You can notice how the yellow light in front of the player and the blue light next to the player properly illuminate and cast shadows onto the view model when the system is turned on. On day 11, we let you listen to a few in-game audio samples of the facility's Vox system in action.
Security Officer Fernandez, report. Override codes to nearest command post. Biological contaminants located in water supply. Do not consume. Radiation danger reported in Sector D. Doctors Harris, Schiff, and Perry report to Sector E helipad immediately. Security Officer Cardell access to emergency firearm cache is required. Report location immediately.
And on the final day of Tripmas, we made a huge announcement of the launch of our Steam store page. Along with the announcement, we revealed some fresh new screenshots, which can be viewed on the Steam store page itself. Needless to say, the store page is a pretty big milestone for us, and it's very exciting to see it live for everyone to visit. A few important things I'll note is that you'll notice the current release date listed here is TBD, meaning to be determined. Once we have an official release date scheduled, we will update that on the store page, along with obvious announcements on all of our social media platforms. Another important thing to note is that there are some temporary system requirements listed on the store page, which will be updated closer to the release of the game once we have more accurate technical details. So for now, just take those as a very rough general idea of what the requirements might be for the game. And as mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can also join the discussion section of the store page, read the FAQ listed there, or engage in discussions with fellow fans. And well guys, that is it for all the media that was released to the public in 2021. It was a great year for development, and we've been super thankful to have so much enthusiastic support from the community for the project. I'm sure 2022 is going to be another productive and exciting year, and can't wait to show you what we've been cooking up behind the scenes already. I hope you all have a good new year, and I will see you fine folks in the next one.